Shalom, this video is about superstitions in Judaism. First of all, we count by 18s. Now this is not really a superstition, it has more to do with gematria, but some Jews treat it like a superstition. So Jews will often do things in 18s. 18, 36, 54, 72, 90, 108, 180. And that's because, as you watch my video on gematria, every Hebrew letter has a numerical coefficient. The letter of Chai, Chet Yud, Chet is 8, Yud is 10, that's 18. And therefore, we lift up a cup of wine, we say, L'chaim, to life. So there's a feeling that if you do things by 18, it's sort of superstitious. You're enhancing and you're proponent of the quality of life. Some people even wear the letters Chai as a bracelet around their necks. I'll just quickly show you what that's like. The letters are very simple. You can see this one is the Chet, this one is the Yud, 8 and 10. Okay, so that's one. Now, what are some of the other kind of superstitions? First of all, among the ultra-Orthodox, and especially the Hasidim, there's a custom of not cutting boys' hairs until they're 3 years old. Now, they may tell you, as my relatives did, it's because of the soft spot on top of the head, but the real reason is superstitious. There's supposedly this angel running around looking to hurt little Jewish baby boys, and if you disguise them as girls until they're 3, then they won't be susceptible anymore. And they have a big ceremony when they're 3, when they cut the first hair, called Ushrin. Then the 120. Well, Moses lived till 120, so there's a old classic joke about the fellow testifying in court, and the judge said, "How old are you?" And he said, "Till 120, I'm 89." And the judge said, "No, how old are you?" "Till 120, I'm 89." And the judge said, "You have to answer exactly." And then some old Jewish guy in the back said, "Let me ask him." In Yiddish, he said, "Till 120, how old are you?" And the man said, 89. So it's kind of like tempting the evil eye, or a wish, a prayer, to live till 120. Now, sometimes you'll see when Jews are asked the questions, they'll go, "Tu, tu, tu," and they may even spit. That is to keep away the ayin hara, the evil eye, which is a concept that's in rabbinic literature, of the bad force out there trying to hurt you. So if you say to somebody, "How many grandchildren do you have?" they may say 2229, like keep away the evil eye, or not 9. It's the opposite of what you want to say. And the Bible has several stories where God doesn't like counting people. And I think there's a very valuable ethical lesson today when people are known by their phone numbers, social security numbers, bank account numbers, tax IDs, should be human beings. And so when we're counting for a holy minyan, a quorum of 10, in which we can pray, we don't like to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For example, you could use a blessing. The blessing for bread, hamotzi, has 10 words. Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam hamotzi lecha min haaretz. So if you give every person one holy word like that, when you get to the end of the blessing, you know you have a minyan. Or some people will count not 1, not 2, not 3. Same idea. Also, there's a custom of not giving the name out of a child before their covenanting ceremony, before the bris. It may have a little superstitious element to it too. And Jews traditionally didn't have baby showers because, God forbid something should go wrong before the baby's born. You don't want to tempt fate or the evil eye, or you might hurt the couples. The couple might be more hurt if they have a house full of baby things. So that was one of the old customs. Another custom was, for a bar mitzvah, for example, you don't give the father the aliyah right before the son. Now, I don't believe in that. I think it's a very nice thing to do. You get the family up there together. But again, that was based on the idea of not tempting the evil eye. This bad force out there might see the good fortune of father and son, might hurt one of them. There's also a superstition about pregnant women not visiting the cemetery. Probably once in history, some pregnant woman went to the cemetery and sadly miscarried, and so that's how the tradition got started, but there's nothing to it. And then there's some kind of sad superstitions, where when there was a massacre in Israel from Palestinian terrorists in the early 70s, some famous story about a rabbi saying, well, it's because the mezuzahs on the doors hadn't been checked. That's just ridiculous. God doesn't let terrorists invade places to kill people because the mezuzahs aren't checked. Or a similar story about tefillin not being checked, and those are just weird superstitions. And then there are some kind of customs that are sort of superstitious. One custom was cutting off the end of a roast, and people give all these explanations for it. It probably was that somebody's grandmother had a pan that was too short for the roast, and they had to cut off the end. There is a custom of doing that for when you're making challah. It goes way back. So anyway, those are some of the Jewish superstitions that to understand kind of Jewish behavior you may see. Of course, other cultures have other superstitions. Those are some of the main Jewish ones.